the show in just a second. So what's up, guys? It is the 26th of November. Um, I feel that blessed to be here. For another day to enlighten the people, to share my personal experiences, knowledge that I've obtained throughout the years of failing over and over again. So now we're here. So the same guys don't end up going down the same path. But the question is, how are you guys doing today? Are you chilling with fam? Ready to eat some turkey? I know a lot of these dudes in here ready to eat some Thanksgiving turkey, some ham. You know, a lot of you guys can't wait till tomorrow to feast. You know, but we'd have made it through almost a whole nother year. Revere K10 said hi. What's up, brother? We done down there made it through a whole nother year, guys. No matter where you at in life, we made it another year without being unalive, without passing on to the next lifetime. You know, what most of you would call the afterlife. And a lot of us had New Year's resolutions. So that again, a lot of people had New Year's resolutions. And what I notice is one of the biggest things that holds a lot of guys back from achieving the goals that they try to achieve is fear. You know, we really have people who walk around every day scared. You know, oh, today might be the day, and they're walking around cautious and without believing in God. You know, what's up, Antonio? We got Antonio Santos in the building. You know, we got people walking around letting life pass them by because in their mind they're thinking about everything that can go wrong. And I remember those days, guys. I remember those days procrastinating. You procrastinate. A lot of people might live in an area that's not good for them, and then we hear the excuses. Oh, I'm not trying to move. You know, all my family here. I don't know what's out there. You know, and a lot of these dudes stay stuck in the same environment. I got people in my family who never left Memphis. And the closest place that they done left out of Memphis, Tennessee, is Mississippi. And everybody knows anywhere in Memphis, you can get to Mississippi in like 30 minutes. Mississippi is not far from Memphis, and Arkansas. There's people out here who could be doing better in their situation, you know, but they're choosing not to because they're letting the emotion of fear dictate and control them. It's crazy. So what y'all cooking tomorrow? What y'all cooking today? Is anybody cooking for Thanksgiving? What is in it? What y'all cooking? Are you guys ready for Thanksgiving to spend time with your loved ones? Take a break from work. Cube 663, what's up, brother? Spend time with loved ones. Smoke some herb with your uncles. Eat some sweet potato pie, cakes. And we have some people who don't have anybody. You know, a lot of people out here ain't got it, don't have a family. But one thing I can tell you is to be thankful for what you have, because even if you're homeless, even if you're poor, somebody didn't wake up last night. Somebody didn't make it past the last Thanksgiving to get to this Thanksgiving, and you're still here. And that shows how much favor is on you. Thank you for the gift, brother. Thank you for the gift. Shout out to Ranveer for the gift. Thank you. You know, the Osiris Cyrus said, "What's up? How you doing, brother? How you doing? How are you doing? Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. We almost there. Almost there. A lot of y'all can't wait till tomorrow. A lot of y'all, yeah, I'm smoking, but it's not probably what you smoke. I'm smoking tobacco. A lot of people. I remember when I was younger. Now I created my own family. So when I was homeless, holidays that mean nothing to me. I come from a poor family. You know, so holidays, Santa bringing me bags, and you better share that. You better share that green. You better share it on the holidays. Don't be cuffing. Don't be cuffing. It's the holidays. You know. Yeah. So hey, just so you guys know, God loves you all, and God loves you too, brother. The Osiris Cyrus said broke as F, bro. That's crazy. There's a lot of people out here suffering right now, guys. There's a lot of people out here who is suffering right now because a lot of people, we live in a time period where everybody's saying, social media and stuff, influences a lot of people to think that getting money is easy. Like they can take the fast route to success. And it's not like that. It's not like that for both of us. Yeah, it is straight up tobacco. How about that? Don't get it twisted. I got herbs now. I keep herb. Santa don't need to bring me a bag because I keep it. And for everybody who make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. For everybody who knows me. They know I got the herb. I keep herb. You know, not trying to prove nothing to nobody. Not trying to prove nothing to nobody. You know, but we gotta find a better way, guys. We gotta find a better way. Everybody knows, depending on where you stay at around the holidays, money, with the holiday vacations, if you got a job or you don't have a job, it gets difficult around the holidays. If you ain't saved, if like in the Bible, guys, in the Bible, it says you reap what you sow. You you reap what you sow. So if you have a man who, you know, every spring he has a farm. You got two different dudes, guys. Every spring he knows that winter is coming. So what he does is he starts pulling weeds, planting crops, you know, and then he grows these crops, which in modern day time will be money, investments, working a job, and you know, in the summertime he tends to his garden, and then around winter time when everything starts going slow, this man that reap what he sown. So for everybody out there who likes to party all summer, for all you man, you ain't got no money, you ain't got no credit, you ain't got no cars, you know, you ain't got no home. If you out there in the spring and the summer just lollygagging, trying to get you a nickel bag of weed every day and a beer, then when wintertime comes, you're gonna be jealous. You're gonna be jealous because you don't have the finances to, because you wasn't a wise man for the year. You was not a wise man for the year. And it shows, guys. It shows. The Cyrus, you have an amazing name, but you in the comments been very negative, God. He said that God's hate hates him. I did not ask for this pain. The thing about it is, guys, energy is real. If you go around thinking something, 9 times out of 10, it's probably gonna happen to you. If you go around thinking good and positive things is gonna happen to you. If you go around thinking negative, the universe actually works. Let me say that again. The universe actually works. We just got another gift. Thank you, brother. God doesn't bring pain. That's the evil and devil in the world. And that's what we were talking about on the last video, Ranveer K10. We were talking about that yesterday. About the bad energy. Like everybody, like these times are different that we live in. We live in a time period where people are greedy, more greedier than they ever been. People are more freer than they ever been to sin and do whatever they want to. You know, and the whole time, it's basically psychological warfare. Psychological warfare where you're a human being in society trying to stay positive, trying to look at the highs in life, and all around you, no matter where you go, there's a bunch of negative people who don't have God in their life, who you know don't have no direction. They just been programmed to the current make believe system. Who's laughing in the comments? Who just posted a laughing emoji? Do we got a clown in here? Do we have a clown? Do I look like a clown? How about that? It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. If whatever you manifest, if you think that you're a horrible guy, or if you walk around thinking that women don't like me, then 9 times out of 10, every woman that you come across, you're not even gonna have the confidence to approach the woman that really wants to be with you. You know. Patrick Albert said UW. I honestly don't know what that means, but okay. I'll be a W today, I guess. I can be a W today, I guess. You know. But the funny part about it is the system here that we live in. I don't know how many Americans we have in here. The system is simple, but at the same time, the system is here to keep you confused, to keep you in fear. There's so many things that we can do as human beings in America. You can do anything you want to. If you want to be homeless, nobody's going to stop you. If you want to be wealthy, nobody's going to stop you. But the only thing I know about wealth and being poor is that it's all on you guys. Ray0746, what's up, bro? Yeah, we in here today. We done made it through another year. Andrea 7521. Yo, what's up? What's up? She must be from up north because that's where people say yo a lot. You know. I went to college in Baltimore. I graduated high school in Annapolis, Maryland. But the crazy part about it, guys, is if you're not gonna put in the work that needs to be done, nobody else is gonna put in the work for you. If you got a job and in 40 hours you get overtime, nobody's about to do your hours for you to get to 40 to get to over 40 so you can get that overtime for the week. You know, if you want to start a new company, if you want to start a new company, you want to buy land, you want this new vehicle, you want a house with a pool. Nobody's going to give it to you. But the thing about it is, people will give you negative energy and let you sit in poverty if you let them. Because, like I said, guys, we live in a selfish time. We live in a time where people can care less about other people, and it's sad, absolutely insane. But give me a second, guys. Let me go grab something. How about that? How about those? Frontier just sent a gift. I appreciate you. Thank you. You know, guys, we gotta look at ourselves like farmers. Some people are blessed to have a job that works them all year long. So they can plant their crops. They can, the crops is you going to work and putting in the time and getting the cash. And then your harvest is what you reap. You know, so some people have the blessing to have careers like we got. A lot of people sleep on the career of bus drivers. Bus drivers are needed all year long, especially if you live in a major city like Miami, New York City, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles. These people consistently keep a job. Now, for everybody else, for all the guys who sat around all summer, you sat around all summer watching other people go clock in, clock out from work. You watch other people put their time in, and now it's the winter time, and you don't have that golden career that lasts all year long. Then the sad part about it is, now you got to do it. Now you got to try to catch up next year. You know, and if you stay in a place where it snows and a city dies when it snows, it gets very difficult. It's understandable. You know, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are living in fear. A lot of hood dudes. A lot of hood dudes. The reason why they go off with a firearm and unalive somebody because they're living in fear. You know, living in fear. It's crazy. Yes, a lot of people. I know a lot of you guys are new to the channel. A lot of my regular subscribers are probably with family and friends. They don't want to spread the love and watch my YouTube video with their family and friends because, they got an image to keep up. But they'll be back, guys. They will be back. You know, All right, brother. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I hope other people can do the same as well. You know, it's crazy. Is anybody blessed? Does anybody feel blessed on this live today? Do anybody feel blessed on this live today? Not too many people. Like I said, there's bad energy going around. Bad energy is going around. I think later tonight I'm gonna have my call-in show again. I think later tonight we're gonna do a call-in show where, guys, you guys got to stay up on my call-in shows where I do this every day. A call-in show every other day where I post my number and you can call in and ask me questions. You know, do anybody believe in abundance? Do anybody believe in taking chances on the live today? Or are you living in fear? You know, you know what I notice about the black community, African American community and the stop snitching, no snitching, you know. I noticed that all the people, like a lot of people in the black community, live off of fear, because they were scared. Snitches get stitches. And they're like, I don't want to get no stitches. I don't want to get looked on. And that's what I'm talking about not living. You're letting fear dictate your outcomes in life. You know, they got guys out there. If you got kids and you don't take care of your kids, even if your baby mama decided she didn't want to be with you, and you ain't financially supporting those kids in no type of way, I can't rock with you. Because the kids didn't actually be here. It's crazy. We got guys every day making bad decisions, guys. We got young men, we got young men, older men, and teenagers who are deciding every day to opt out of living a good, prosperous lifestyle, and being positive to do things the wrong way, and they end up broke, dead or in jail. You know, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But guys, a lot of you guys need to grab that membership to the channel because all my call-in videos, they are uncut and raw, meaning that there's language in these videos. There are subjects that I can't just put on YouTube, but they'll be on the membership, on my membership channel that's on this page. A lot of you guys need to get you a membership because I have a lot of videos that I'm editing that I'm about to release from my call in. Every time somebody calls in, and it's a possibility that you're going to become a video. We done had all different types of people from all over the country call into this show, and we're going to keep it going. It's crazy. So at this time, anybody want to hit the comments? This is the time to hit the comments. If anybody want to support the channel through super chat, gifts, super stickers, if you want to end up on this beautiful basketball over here, if you want to end up on the super chat ball, this ball is for people who super chat and get memberships. So as you guys see, this ball is getting filled up with a bunch of guys. Matter of fact, I might give a shout out to everybody on the ball in just a minute. Everybody on the ball in just a minute. It's crazy. But this is the time to hit the comments. Anybody want to hit the comments? Thumbs up the video. So if you want to support the YouTube channel. Hey, babe, you throw me the joint? Uh, just throw it. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy holidays. Formula Vlad in the building. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? How you doing? We in the building. I'm doing fine. I am doing fine. Yo, when making your blunt, put in some W. That's what we do here in the UK. Oh yeah, yeah. I smoke those too, but this is a J. This is a paper J. Yeah, I want to one day. I want to come to the UK. I think the UK is a very, it has a lot of history. You know what I'm saying? It's unique. UK is definitely on my list of places to see before I cloak, before I choke. Shout out to United Kingdom. You know, shout out to everybody in the United Kingdom. I love you guys, bro. For real. It's gonna get better for everybody on this live. The money might not be coming in right now for you. You know, you might have just lost your job. You know, but when I tell you that if you do not be weary and well doing, you will reap in due season, and your season is coming. Or the Osiris Cyrus said, "I'm from Scotland. The first thing in the Scottish is the Scottish hate being called English or UK." Right. I think like what is like Scotland is like connected to the United Kingdom, right? Or is it a part of the United Kingdom? Like I need to look that up. I need to look that up because I don't think that Scott. I don't think people from Scotland are the same as the people in the United Kingdom. You know, but I think that like it's you can travel to Scotland from the United Kingdom on land. That's what I think. You know, yeah. Shout out to Scotland, man. Yeah, we got people from all over the world who come on the worldwide internet, YouTube, and we can interact with each other. I appreciate that. But guys, this is all I got for the video. We're gonna be going live tonight, so I hope you guys be up and ready for a show tonight. Possibly going live tonight because my studio is right by the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think we will make it happen. We'll make something happen tonight. But guys, man, I love you guys, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'm gonna holler at you guys on the next video. Over and out.